A few years back, my sister decided she wanted to move back to Reno. She had been living in Vermont for like a year. So we decided we'd make it a cross-country trip. So I flew from Reno back to Vermont. And along the way, we decided we wanted to stop and see things we probably wouldn't get a chance to see again. Our first stop, we decided, would be Nashville. So when we got there, unfortunately, we were in a flash flood. So we decided, we'll go anyway, why not? So we were walking across this beautiful pedestrian bridge, and at the end of it, we stopped to take some pictures. So, pictures back and forth. Well, some genius decided to tell us, hey, you're taking pictures with thunder and lightning next to a transformer. As soon as we noticed that, we still continued to take pictures, so we actually were the geniuses that decided, ooh, let's continue. So after a while, it was starting to get pretty flooded, and we decided we'd see if we could find a hotel room. Well, there was something going on in town. I don't know if it was a music festival or something, so we could not find a hotel room. So we had to continue to try to drive in this flash flood. Well, after a while, we decided we just had to find a little place. Whether it was right off the main road, no matter where it was, we had to get off the road. So we finally found a place to stop, and we bedded in for the night. In the morning, it was perfectly fine. There was not a lot of water left or anything, so we decided to continue on. We stopped a few more places here and there. The next place we stopped was the Grand Canyon. Now, mind you, we were going from Vermont to Reno, and we had very little sleep between the two of us. So when we got to the Grand Canyon, we were so tired we were in giggle mode. So, as we're stomping down around the Grand Canyon, sounding like a herd of horses, we're laughing at ourselves like crazy, and people are looking at us like we're crazy. Unfortunately, we made it to this area where, for some reason, there was a couple different panties on the ground. Well, we were so tired that when this woman stood above a pair of panties and started taking pictures without any notice that there were panties underneath her, we couldn't help but crack up. And these people kept looking at us like we were crazy. Unfortunately, it was one of the best times we had, but not the best looking toward us. So some of the time we decided we'd sit down with our feet over the cliff. Probably not the best idea when you're tired. But we took a few pictures with our feet hanging over a cliff and sent them to our mother, who was scared because we had these pictures of us with our feet hanging over a cliff where we could fall at any time. She told us to never, ever, ever scare her like that again. But by the time we finally made it to Vegas, we had finally gotten some sleep. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of time to check out Vegas, so we got to see a few things, but I always wanted to go back. And then, of course, the next stop was Reno, and we were home, and we have our memories of that time, our wonderful time in the thunder and lightning storm near a transformer, and the time some woman took pictures over panties. It was so much fun. Anyhow, always take the time for the small things.